And welcome once again to AL.com's fantasy football coverage. That's hashtag ALFF. You can tweet us, Facebook us, Instagram us, LinkedIn us anytime you want. Resident fantasy football expert Nick Birdsong joins me as always. How are you, sir?
I'm feeling great, feeling good.
Yeah, because you're going to make fun of me today, right?
I definitely am.
Basically the point? Yeah, so I had my draft. We talked about your draft recently. Let's talk about my draft. And let me defend myself before we do that. Just an overview of what I was, and you know this because you saw my roster. But so I'm thinking I'm going to wait on quarterback. I'm going to load up on wide receivers and running backs and just focus on the middle of my team.
Normally they say you're supposed to start with praise of a person. I'm just going to go ahead and criticize.
Who's my quarterback, Nick?
Criticize you. Right. This guy drafted Carson Palmer of the 34-year-old Carson Palmer.
Yeah.
Carson Palmer had 8 games of 2 or more interceptions last year and only threw 24 touchdown passes. What were you thinking?
So Geno Smith is my backup? Also, I think the Cardinals, I think we've talked about Michael Floyd being a big guy this year. I'm just hoping that the Cardinals are going to have to put up points. Sometimes you talk about a good real live game quarterback versus a real good fantasy quarterback. I'm hoping that I can stomach a few interceptions. He puts up enough yards and touchdowns to keep me going, but I hope to build up my roster elsewhere. So did you see anything else you like, speaking of which?
Yeah, let me know how that Carson Palmer
right?
For you. But I definitely saw something I liked on your roster. You drafted Brandon Marshall as a receiver. I think that's a great pick. Brandon Marshall, 100 catches, almost 1,300 yards. Usually a pretty good yards after catch guy. Just break down that pick for me.
Yeah, well, so I think I had a choice between, say, like a Drew Brees or a Peyton Manning, or go get B. Marsh. And so I went wide receiver, and I went running back, and I went wide receiver, and I waited and waited. I'm hoping that between Geno Smith, Carson Palmer, Ryan Tannehill's out there on the wire. I'm going to try and catch lightning in a bottle a couple weeks in, see if I can get something. But you don't seem to like my odds.
Not with the quarterback thing. I definitely love what you're doing at receiver, and I think the rest of your roster looks strong. Who are some of your other options you're looking at on the waiver wire, especially maybe a wide receiver or running back?
Yeah, if Torrey Smith and Brandon Marshall don't work out, I've got an eye on New Orleans. I guess Marcus Colston is already picked up, but anybody there, Kenny Stills, there's a rookie Brandon Cooks there. Anybody that can catch passes out there looks good. Green Bay, Jarrett Boykin. Any of these third receivers with teams with great quarterbacks, I think they might get an extra couple scores in there. I watch those guys all the time.
Cool.
Thanks.